Hi, and welcome to another special episode of the Expert CRE Secrets podcast. I'm your host, Brett Swarts, and I am here with my business partner and good friend, Kevin Breckenridge. Kevin, how you doing today?
Hey, doing good, doing good. How are you, Brett?
Doing great. We're going to talk about all things eXp commercial made simple. We're on a mission to try to make this thing really, really attractive, as well as breaking it down. We are commercial real estate brokers. I'm also founder of Capital Gains Tax Solutions. I'm out of the state of California. And Kevin, where are you at today?
I am near Andrews Air Force Base, just outside of Washington, D.C., about 15 minutes outside of D.C.
Cool. And so we've done one of these so far, and we're going to dive right into this right now, so that you can get clarity on this. And of course, if you're interested in joining eXp Commercial and want to learn more, Kevin and I would be happy to discuss that with you. But that being said, let me share my screen, and then we'll be off and running here. So here we go. All right. So eXp Commercial, for those who don't know, is a division of eXp World Holdings. Okay. And it is a separate division that is focused on commercial real estate brokers, M&A advisors, and business brokers. You can learn more about it at expcommercial.com. But it's built for those who are looking for something that is tech-driven, that is future-based, that has what I like to say the right side of the quadrant, meaning you can be a part owner in the brokerage that you're building the business for, and as well as attract and keep higher talent through a revenue share. And so eXp is unique in that it incentivizes agents and brokers in a way to scale. And Kevin, can you kind of give the analogy of brick and mortar versus anytime, anywhere, and how eXp Commercial has checked that box?
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, I may go one step further, Brett. I actually want to bring this up. I thought this was interesting. So the other day, I was watching a video, and it was just a highlight video about Meta and Facebook's changing of their name, but also them talking about what the metaverse is. And as I was watching it, it dawned on me that I'm already working in the metaverse, and I have EXP to thank for that, because EXP World is a version of the metaverse. So some brokerages are still operating right in the normal environment, people to people. You got to go into the office to get work done. You got to go into the office to have team meetings and things like that. But if you are looking forward to the future being the metaverse, virtual reality, and things like that, then eXp comes in with a totally different business model that literally places you at the center of not only today, but what the future of work and collaboration looks like. And one example of that is eXp World. So definitely a different business model, one that's future oriented and one that's tech driven, and one that's built to allow you as an individual and as a professional to grow with where society is headed and how we do business and how we build relationships.
Absolutely, and that's part of why we love eXp, because they're more than just a real estate brokerage, but they truly are a place to do more deals, do more business, and do it from anywhere in the world. Now it's 18 countries right now. We're doing most of our deals in the U.S., but it's trying to create something where business is crossed all borders, because it's one brokerage, and throughout the entire United States for eXp Commercial right now. For eXp Residential, it's over 18 countries. And that's by taking something that used to be brick and mortar, cutting out a lot of the expenses, and then making it anytime, anywhere, all virtual, and then taking all of that additional revenue and helping you to build teams, and invest in technology to help really the bottom line of helping your clients, or our clients, out. And the same thing happened with Circuit City, right? It happened with Amazon taking over Circuit City, Blockbuster, and Netflix. It has changed forever, like Uber, right, to the old taxi system. And that's what eXp is all about. And by the way, I'm going to try to log into the to let's call it the eXp metaverse here. I think that's a great point you bring up.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're on your side too. You can log on for everybody. But let's see if we can't link up and screen share this the metaverse with everybody. Kevin, if you want to do that in the background while I'm continuing here,
Okay.
logging in. But as a part of that, it's one brokerage. It's not a franchise, right? It's a $250 per month kind of technology fee that gives you access to some amazing 50 plus of online real training. There's no desk fees. It's a cloud campus environment. Real-time support. I mean, there's times when I want to go in and talk to someone, Kevin, about a deal, and within a couple clicks, without having to call anybody, I'm on the eXp metaverse talking with the broker, talking with another person who's doing a deal, and we're doing that in real time. So it's not as perfect as face-to-face, but it's also not as inefficient as maybe a call or phone call can be. It's kind of a hybrid world, which again, we'll show you here in a minute. As well, you have powerful opportunities to build equity. As you sell, you get an opportunity to get stock ownership. And as you close deals, an opportunity to buy stock at a discount. And that is truly remarkable versus the old version. So Kevin, do you have your thing linked up? Where are you at on that?
Yeah, I do. I am in the commercial main lobby. Just tell me where you want to meet.
Yeah, let's do this. So let's see here. eXp World, allow. Okay. So I'm cruising here. I'm in the eXp commercial main lobby. You want to meet there? You want to meet this is, by the way, this is when you first log in of the eXp kind of metaverse area called the eXp World. You get this person kicking a soccer ball. All these different places that you can go to based upon what your needs are. There's information where you can talk to people here. And this person is Giselle. Let's see. Hi, Giselle. Giselle, how are you? Can you hear me? Yeah, so I'm just doing a little tour here. I'm about to meet my business partner Kevin here. But as far as folks learning about, we're calling it the eXp Metaverse now, the eXp World. You're here to help folks who are looking for where to go, how to navigate, and can you kind of give a little overview of your role? Perfect. Fantastic. Thank you so much for your help. And so I'm going to continue on the tour here. So you have folks that are live, ready to go, ready to help you as well. Kevin, let me see if I can find you. Are you still in the
I'm
eXp
coming right.
commercial world? Oh, there you come right here. What's up? Kevin's decked out. So I like the blue today. Did you change that, or was that just was that your preset?
No, that's my branded swag, man.
It looks good, man. I play Fortnite with the kids a little bit, and you can like level up, and you can like buy different swag. I wonder they should do that here, where you can get more swag. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah. Did you? I don't know if you logged into the world around Halloween, but people had on costumes. Man, it was funny.
That is pretty good. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I do kind of remember that. So let's jump over real quick to the let's go to the there's some training places that are pretty cool. Like let's see here. I want to go to eXp University, right? So let's go to agent development self-help. Kevin, all right?
All right. Agent development and self-help.
Okay. So all of a sudden I'm in here, and Kevin's going to magically appear here in a second. There he is. And so you go to the eXp training, calendar. You click here, and this will open up another tab which shows all the breakdown of all the trainings that are going on. Again, over 50 hours of live training, how to make your first million in real estate, how to win a HUD home offer, navigating the eXp roadmap, how to be a goal getter, SkySlope basic training. SkySlope is a part of the package with eXp. It's like transaction coordination and all things like document files, attraction series, setting you up your eXp business, eXp World Tour, how to hunt, not fish when prospecting, how to create your own 360 virtual tour, on and on and on it goes. And what's beautiful, it's all within the cloud. and it's all within eXp world, and it's in this hybrid world here. So Kevin, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I would just say that also you can access the world from your cell phone, from a mobile app. It's not as advanced where we're actually in the metaverse, but you can tap in by audio and you can enter into any room. So if there's a training and you happen to be in a car or you're on the go, you can pull up the app, you can hop into the room, and at least you'll have the audio in real time that you'll be able to listen to as well.
Very cool. And so then you can also access old replays of the Traction series, Excel series. So they have people experts in Excel that are going to teach and train your team. This is the Icon series. Icon is basically the top producing folks, and they have the course catalog here. Fast Start series. If you're onboarding a new agent or bringing someone in, you want to get training, they have that here. And on and on. Here's a new agent boot camp they have going on just about every single week. And so the difference is you don't feel like you're doing it by yourself, Kevin, right? You can actually get people to come along with you, right? And to help support you without having to physically be in the office. And that can be daunting for a lot of folks, right? Where you're always getting interrupted. You're trying to do deals and not knowing that you have all the support behind you from people giving trainings from all over the United States at different parts of the time zones. And it's just the Netflix, right? It's on demand, it's also live, and you have both.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just people from the US, right? Like um, all of our colleagues from around the world in those 18 countries, they have access to the world. They can hop into the world, and they also teach classes as well. So you are able to learn and have an international perspective across the board. And definitely one of the good things about the metaverse, which was interesting in some of the videos that I was watching, was the fact that although you're in this virtual reality, you don't feel alone. And there's an amazing sensory experience that allows you to really feel like you're in the room. And it's really magnified when, say, you're in a conference room and there are hundreds of people and we're all learning at the same time and we're all engaging. There's a chat box that I don't think, Brett, you had mentioned, but there's a chat box where we're able to, as we're learning, as we're having meetings or whatever it is we're doing in the world, we're also able to engage each other through the chat. So there are a number of different ways that the world brings you all together and allows you to engage with each other, which is really half the battle when you're working in the virtual space, is learning and becoming comfortable with engaging with other people in this virtual space. What's up, Brett? But it just creates an exciting environment where you can pretty much work from anywhere. I've had business meetings inside the world, I've had trainings inside the world, and I've been able to do all of that from the comfort of my home.
Absolutely, and it's truly remarkable, right? The you can feel and connect with people and engage with people, very different than just even Zoom, right? Because there can be thousands of people into a training where we're all talking, connecting with one another, which leads me to the next one. Why don't we go to the eXp commercial main lobby and let's see if we have someone there. We'll go to the main lobby, okay, Kevin?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so we're gonna jump there right now. It just takes a few seconds. Kevin disappears, and then I'll disappear and I'll reappear. And now we're in the eXp commercial main lobby. If we need help, we click on this little guy right here, grab a ticket. Let's see, they might be, let's see if they're real. Here you go. Hey, Michael, how are you? Hey, I'm well. Hey, I'm doing a little tour here, and Kevin's going to hopefully come sit down as well. And we are kind of helping people. Hey, Kevin, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you,
Good.
Michael?
Hey, so Michael, can you kind of give your role and how you help folks within eXp commercial?
Absolutely. So we are your one-stop shop for getting your questions answered. If you need help, if you need direction, if you don't know who you're supposed to ask the question to, come here. We're going to either answer your question, or if we can't answer your question, we'll make sure to get you to the person who can without having to go through a million people.
Right, and I had the ability just to click, and I mean, all of a sudden we're I call it metaverse to metaverse, right? Not face to face, but we're connected here, or metaface. I don't know what you want to call it, Kevin.
Yep, absolutely. So I am a real person sitting at a real desk. looking up real information. So really, anything you need, we're the concierges here, so it's what we do. We help you make it happen in whatever way that happens.
Fantastic. Hey, thanks, Michael, for your time. I'm going to jump out here. Kevin, let's walk to the side, huh?
Okay. All right. Thanks, Michael.
So that's how that works. And so at any point, you can be looking into who's all there. And these are all, and then the very backstage over here, you have some of the head of eXp commercial, and they might be in their office, they might be walking around. You might tap in there, and that's these are their like main offices. And then you also have commercial real estate agent only training in here. Hey, Kevin, maybe we'll head over to the boardroom to show that as well. So we're going to cruise over.
Just I'm just following you.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been in the main boardroom.
Yeah. So we got the main boardroom. So this is where the masterminds are held. Have the privilege of being a part of the commercial brokers kind of mastermind advisory board, and once a week or once every other week, there's everyone sitting around here talking about strategy, talking about ways to build the business, talking about ways to better mentor trainees. And it's just a cool spot. It's a cool spot to be able to connect again in a way where you can still work from home, but don't have to feel like you have to be on a Zoom. And this is all a part of what eXp is doing about. So I'm gonna stop sharing now on that and kind of get back to the real world here, Kevin. So that is the metaverse. That is the dedication to all things technology, right, and the future. And that just kind of gives you a flavor for how eXp is like Netflix and not old school Blockbuster. Any other thoughts on that, Kevin?
No, that's pretty much it. I'm actually happy that we decided to hop into the world and give people a real world perspective. But yeah, it's pretty much what you see is what you get. But the interconnectivity is also part of the culture. We didn't touch on the culture slide too much, but the culture of eXp is unique as well. And the culture is defined by some of the core values of community, fun, agile, innovation, integrity, service, sustainability, collaboration, and transparency. And I can definitely tell you that eXp World, working in the metaverse, utilizing Facebook Workplace, definitely dramatically increases your sense of community. It definitely brings a lot of fun into your just everyday workings, your weekly workings. It definitely dramatically increases the collaboration. It dramatically increases your ability to service your clients and your business. As you all can see, this was totally unplanned. Us going into the world today was totally unplanned. But once we got into the world, there were not only other people there, but there were also other people who work for eXp who were able to provide us with service basically on demand. So yeah, that's it.
Cool. Very good. So keep moving on along here. It's the fastest growing real estate brokerage in the history of real estate brokerage in the residential side. And we believe the commercial is going to do the same thing. And that also brings benefits from a powerful referral network, over 70,000 agents now worldwide. And what's really unique about it is a lot of these residential agents, they need help with the commercial agents to help them, and or M&A advisors or business brokers to sell those things. And so we give referral fees. We're happy to pay them for agents who are bringing the deals. And it's really a click of a button with Workplace to tap into these networks that are passing referral fees. You can also build teams across states and provinces with one nationwide cap, which is really remarkable. And that as you are maybe training or coaching people, you can build up a huge team to service your clients, but also get paid along the way for sharing your expertise with other people. Masterminding best practices. Kevin's in DC. He's on the East Coast. I'm in California on the West Coast. And we're already aligned, working together, helping clients together. And that's the power of eXp and what it can do. It was also rated the best place to work. I think Inman just rated our founder, Glenn
Sanford.
Good Sanford. Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot his name for a second. Top like entrepreneur, Inman, one of the Inman like top Innovators of the Year. All of these things are happening as well. No desk fees, royalty fees, and franchise fees. Again, standard cost $250 a month, $250 broker review. The cap. Would you talk about the cap, Kevin?
Yes. So with your typical brokerage, you may or may not have a cap. One of the cool things about eXp is there is a cap, and not only is there a cap, but it's, in my opinion, it's relatively low. On top of the fact of all the tools and the resources in the community that you get, the cap status is just a extra positive. It's 20,000, I believe, 20,000 a year. Once you hit that 20,000 within the span of your annual year, then everything above that you keep 100%.
It's phenomenal, right? And when I was at Marcus Millichap, it was 50-50 on the first 100,000, right? And then it was like 60-40 to like 250. And then, eventually you can maybe hit the 70-30, but every year you're starting over and you're having to start that over again. And this one starts over too, but you cap at $20,000. So the first $100,000 gross commission, you pay 20 to eXp. If you make another million in commissions, guess what? That's 100% to you. Then as well as if you hit what's called Icon, which is about $500,000 of gross commissions, guess what? All of that 20 that you paid gets credited back to you in eXp stock, which is really, really remarkable. And so there's never been, in my opinion, for the value that you get, there's never been anything close in the commercial real estate brokerage world, M&A advising world, business brokerage world, that can give you what eXp can give to you, allow you to build your business in a way it's cross-border, cross states, and have the technology and the tools for such an amazing low price. So, by the way, some of these tools include a thing called build out. Build out can be as much as $500 to $750 a month. Reonomy can be, $2 to $250 a month. Agent Hub can be as much as $800 to $1,000 a month. It's based upon a really remarkable CRM system that can replace Active Campaign and MailChimp and HubSpot and all of these different things, all for $250. Okay, all for $250. There's also other tools being added, like Enriched Data, which is on the mission to replace CoStar. Reonomy also gives you a lot of what CoStar gives you as well. It's really remarkable what eXp is doing. Here are some other tools and partners that we're partnering with: Crexy, SkySlope. We talked about that. Tenant Base, RealNext, Property Shark, Bravitas. And on and on. We're constantly trying to create strategic alliances to add more value to our agents, to be able to grow the company and service our clients more and more. That is some of the things here as well. Enriched Data, right, which is the newest one, which is connecting and have connecting all of our agents to put information in there in order to be able to share the data versus just holding it and charging a really high price. We want to be able to, we own Enriched Data. So it's like we're creating our own internal database, if you will, right? Where we're able to go ahead and connect more property information with more of our agents to do more deals. So do you want to talk about the equity opportunity as well? Just remind folks how that works, Kevin.
Yeah, well, I actually wanted to back up a little bit, Brett, and just talk about the value proposition of eXp. When we were talking about the $20,000 cap, when you're thinking about that $20,000, it's important to think about what are you getting in exchange in terms of value. When I was in my young days of being a broker, one of the reasons why I left my smaller brokerage is because I was paying them so much in that commission split. But what I felt like I was getting in return, the value I was getting from the brokerage was not worth what I was paying. Well, on the flip side, the $20,000 cap that you're paying at eXp, the amount of value that you get back really is incalculable between the relationships, between the exposure to other aspects of commercial, to the exposure to other contacts who are in commercial that may specialize in the same field as you. The amount of people inside eXp who have their own personal brands and their own personal platforms and their own personal educational niches and specialties, the amount of information and the access to information is worth way more, way more than the $20,000 that you would cap at. And then on top of that, one of the really, not really the main reason, one of the easier reasons why I joined eXp is because it was the cost of joining and getting access to all of this information was a lot lower than the cost to join other traditional brokerages. So in order for you to get access to all of this information, it just starts out with the $250 fee. That's it for the most part, right? That's it. And the cost to transfer your license. But then immediately, even before your license is transferred, somebody like myself or Brett can get you guest access to eXp World. And so before you even become a part of the eXp family, you can start benefiting from that value proposition that is eXp. And then another thing I wanted to point out, you were talking about enriched data and how we own enriched data. Well, that's another huge value proposition for eXp Commercial. We own the infrastructure. eXp World Holdings owns the infrastructure that allows the company not only to expand rapidly, but also it allows the company to expand exponentially. The technology and the infrastructure is there so that there are no caps in how large the company can grow, which only means, of course, more business, more referrals, more exposure, and it allows you to take your brand, whether you want to keep your brand locally, you want to expand it regionally, you want to expand it nationally, or you want to expand your brand on an international landscape. eXp has the infrastructure and the tools and the resources to allow you to do that with just a click of a couple of buttons.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing too, just to touch on is it's kind of like the Amazon of real estate, right? In that you can't put eXp in a box. They came in and they said, how do we make this the best agent-centric company to ever work for in order to pour into agents and brokers in order to serve the clients at the highest level? Do it at a cost that makes sense for the value that which is given, and incentivize them to build more teams and bring more people in, and encourage people to share the model, share the opportunity. I mean, I might have trained and coached and brought in I don't know how many people into to my previous brokerage, and oftentimes they become they're cold calling next to me in the queue, or they're going to see Richard Ellis or Cushman Wakefield or JLL or whatever, an independent shop. Now I'm competing with them. Now I'm going, wait, so I brought them in, I train them, I give them my secrets, I get them going just for them to leave. And you can't blame them when they're getting squeezed with 50-50 splits and they're not getting as much value overall, or they just outgrow. And eXp, they say, look, we encourage people to start new teams and go out there and do their thing. But if you bring and you sponsor somebody and you coach them up and you encourage them and you get them going, guess what? You'll be paid on transactions moving forward, not only on the deals that they do, but on the deals that they help other people do as well. And that creates a thing where I want to give all of my secrets away to help everyone 10x their business, including things like the Deferred Sales Trust and eliminating the need for the 1031 exchange and helping people unlock more deals, because I know ultimately it's going to come back around and help me make money. Kevin, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things I was thinking about as you were saying that is not only does it incentivize you to want to recruit people, but I find myself wanting to share the opportunity with people just because I don't want them to miss out, right? Like I don't want you to miss out on something that has had such a dramatic impact on my life in such a short period of time, and the impact that I know it can and will have on your business moving forward, and making sure that you don't miss this opportunity as there is a dramatic shift, right, in how business gets done, a dramatic shift in how real estate works and the relationship between agents and brokers. I don't want people that I care about, people that I love, people that I have an interest in. I don't want them to miss that opportunity. So I want to share the opportunity with you. Of course, the incentivization is there if you on the residual end, but just on the front end, caring about people and wanting to add value and be a giver and be a helper, which also is something that you mentioned that hey, I'm okay with giving all of my stuff away, but that also speaks to the testament and the type of person you are as well. And so eXp is definitely a home for people who are willing to give and who are willing to share and who appreciate the law of reciprocity, right? I know that if I give, at some point in time, it's going to come back and I'm going to receive. achieve. But that also speaks to the collaboration and the type of culture that eXp is. And that culture is supported and incentivized through a lot of different layers. And the equity share is one of those layers to help support that.
Yep, absolutely. And it helps you, it helps all of us to get on the right side of the quadrant. Like Robert Kiyosaki said, like the purpose of a business is to own real estate and to get on the right side. Instead of trading your time for dollars, you can trade your dollars for time and an opportunity to grow your wealth and give back more. And that's what eXp has done on the brokerage level. Instead of trading your brokerage commissions for building someone else's business, you can trade your brokerage commissions for helping to build eXp and your business, because you're a stock owner in the company and you have opportunity to continue to grow with revenue share, not profit share, which, by the way, Keller Williams created, and that transformed the marketplace on the residential side. And it took out, it really hurt the Remaxes and the old Coldwell bankers. And then it became the fastest growing real estate company until eXp did in revenue, which is top line versus bottom line. And so that's pretty cool. You can also enroll to take 5% of every transaction of your commission and purchase stock at a 10% discount. It trades on the NASDAQ. It went from a penny stock to over $100 a share. Pretty remarkable what that's done. And also you have, and you can go through these charts here, but essentially you want to maximize your revenue share. You can build huge teams and get and achieve and earn passive income, as well as continue to do what you've always done. And some people don't even do revenue share, by the way. It's not for everybody. You can just keep selling your deals. But if you're just naturally growing your team, you're naturally sharing the model and the opportunity, it can be a huge windfall and opportunity to get more cash flow. So that pretty much covers it for today. And I just encourage anyone who's curious about learning more. I mean, there's healthcare, there's all kinds of other stuff. We're kind of running out of time, but I want to encourage everyone, if you're interested in learning more, you can connect with Kevin or I. Kevin, what's the best place for them to find you if they want to find you?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find me on all major social media channels. So if you're watching this on LinkedIn, I'm on LinkedIn. If you're watching it on Facebook, I'm on Facebook. Or you could go directly to my website, www.kevinsbreckenridge.com. And you can contact me there. All my information is on the website as well.
Cool. Thank you. And by the way, for those who want to connect with me, you can go to capitalgainstaxsolutions.com. That's capitalgainstaxsolutions.com. I have all things there: deferred sales trust and eliminating the need for the 1031 exchange. You can also go to expertcresecrets.com. And that's all things eXp commercial and building your business there. It's expertcresecrets.com. Just make sure when you do go there, if you found us on this podcast, just mention that to Kevin or I. And we so appreciate you out there. We'll be back about once a month, kind of going over the updates. And we look forward to you guys having a great holiday season. We'll probably see you again in December. Hey, Kevin, thanks so much for being here. Talk to you soon, brother.
All right. Thanks, Brett. Take care.